You've probably heard it before. Even Einstein failed math. It's a comforting thought, right? If the greatest genius in modern history struggled with math, then maybe it's okay if we do too. But here's the truth. Einstein never failed math. In fact, he was exceptionally good at it, even as a child. So where did this myth come from? Let's dive into the real story. Albert Einstein was born in Germany in 1879. As a child, he was curious, quiet, and obsessed with puzzles. By the age of 12, he was teaching himself algebra and Euclidean geometry. At 15, he mastered differential and integral calculus, years ahead of his peers. Einstein once said, "Before I was 15, I had mastered differential and integral calculus." That's not the voice of someone who failed math. That's the voice of a prodigy. So how did the rumor start? It likely began from a mistranslation or misunderstanding of Einstein's academic records. When he applied to the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich at age 16, he failed the entrance exam, but not in math. He scored high in math and physics, and failed in French, biology, and language subjects. Another possible source of confusion was his school grading system. In Einstein's Swiss school, a grade of 6 was the highest and 1 was the lowest. Later in life, when his grades were translated into systems where 1 is the best, it wrongly appeared like he had failing marks, when he had actually done extremely well. While he didn't fail math, Einstein did struggle with the school system itself. He hated rote memorization and rigid authority. He often clashed with teachers, and one even told him, "You will never amount to anything." He wasn't a bad student. He was just a nonconformist in a conformist system, a free thinker in an environment that didn't reward creativity. So why do people still say Einstein failed math? Because it's comforting. It humanizes a genius. It makes greatness feel more accessible, and it's often used to inspire students who are struggling. But ironically, Einstein himself said, "Do not worry about your difficulties in mathematics. I can assure you mine are still greater." This wasn't a confession of failure. It was humility. Einstein didn't fail math. He excelled in it, far beyond most of his peers. But he did challenge systems, question traditions, and think differently. So maybe the real takeaway isn't that he struggled. It's that he refused to be boxed in. Genius isn't just about getting perfect grades. It's about curiosity, persistence, and daring to ask why, even when everyone else is just memorizing what. So next time someone says, "Even Einstein failed math," you can tell them, actually he didn't. And that's what makes his story even more amazing.